Mitrulara, Bandhulara, welcome to South Asia Maps. This is your education channel and this is your presenter Dr. J. Reddy, J. Tirupati Reddy. Mitrunam, in this presentation we are continuing our India villages and towns series. భారతదేశంలో గ్రామాలు పట్టణములు series. This is part 14. And you will see here Mughal conquistador and ruler Aurangzeb picture is here, and we are talking about Galgali village in the Bagalkote region, Bilgi Bagalkote region, historic Vijapura or Bijapur district of northern Karnataka, called northwestern Karnataka, Bombay Karnataka or Kittur Karnataka. We will try tie all this together in a unique, interesting way. That is present, uh, the present, the conversation. And in the India villages towns concept, I have taken certain villages towns prominent landmarks and bring a very diverse topics. You take a village and look at it. Suppose you have gone to Galgali region, the Galgali village, and when you look at, you may just pass the village. And when you have deeper, broader understanding of physiography, geography, culture, battles, the wars and treaties, you will get a different, fascinating aspect of the land you are living or traveling. That is the part. Galgali is a village. It is spelled different. You will see Galgali, Galgali, Galgala, and it is near in the Bagalkote district. And this is our series. We look at the physiographic landmarks, Aurangzeb, and Galgali village. I selected Galgala. Maybe I pronounced it differently, and people residing in there, they may know, but pronunciation can be different. It was the Mughal headquarters, Imperial headquarters, where Mughal conquistador Badshah Aurangzeb Alamgir lived round about 4.5 to 5 years. That is a very big time. He ruled round about 48 years, or so we can say 50 round up. Half of his time he spent in Deccan region, Dakshinapatha, south of sacred Tapati Mata River, Burhanpur Pass. 25 years he say, roughly 1681 to 1707 he passed away. Among these 25 years, 5 years, 4.5 he lived in this town. That's why it is essentially Mughal capital and residence of Aurangzeb we are talking about. We tie up a lot of things today. So this is our India village series, Mitrana, and now we are in part 14. That is Galagali or Galgali, Bilgi and Old Bijapur district. I have taken this spelling from Jadunath Sarkar's abridged Aurangzeb history book. So spelling can be little different. So you have to keep that in mind. And we are exploring, I have posted all these presentations, Mitrana, in South Asia Maps JRD YouTube channel series, and here you'll see around about 700 or so presentations in December 2024, and I have put them 70 playlists. You can pick and choose the topic of your interest. South Asia Maps JRD. Historically, entire thing I have woven round to try to bring a lot of diverse topics to you. The concept of a village in India as a human villages and ecology. A village, let's say 1 square kilometer land area, that's the basic concept I have taken. 1 square kilometer contains 100 hectares to 50 acres, and this village is visible. People living there, they can get their visible acreage benefits, food, fodder and fiber. If there is one more village next, this is invisible acreage, food, fodder, fiber, minerals, they can get it. That's the invisible acreage. This village, if they're using the cars, mopeds, by transportation, fertilizers, pesticides, they're enjoying a phantom acreage. This entire concept of village I have woven in this briefly in this presentation. So that brings to the average village area in South India. You see the Karnataka province village area is around about 5.7 square kilometers. You remember, everything is square kilometers. And this figure is little bit average village, maybe a little bit inflated because I have included urban areas, forest areas, which are not essentially part of a village. Village area is generally given by the local governments like that. So just to get a broader idea, we are talking about the Galgali village today. Galgali village, Bagalkote district, Bijapur district, bigger district, Bijapur, Karnataka. It was Aurangzeb's capital for 5 years in Deccan. It is on the banks of Krishna river between the Jamkhandi and Bilgi towns. We will see that in different maps if you miss it here. So the village area is 13 is around about 13 square kilometers. You add 100 means 1350 hectares, multiply 2.5 times acres. Population is around about 8,000 people reside here. The village is in the Bayaluseema region, is the upland region. That's why it is around about 526 meters mean sea level. That is almost the elevation of Hyderabad and those areas, Deccan Plateau. Nearby villages and towns are Yedahalli Wildlife Sanctuary and Jamkhandi town, 25 kilometers northwest, and Bilgi is southeast, maybe 10-20 kilometers or so. Mudhol, where the famous dog breed comes from, is also nearby, and Bagalkot is district headquarters. Famous Almaty Reservoir, Almaty Dam is there. Krishna River, sacred Krishna River, and Ghataprabha River. It is between the Krishna and Ghataprabha River Doab region. That is the interflow region, Antarvedi region. And we look at these physiographic regions, the rivers Ghataprabha, Krishna, Malaprabha, Almaty, Narayanpur Reservoir, Lakshmana Gowda, Hitkal Dam, Gokak Falls, Jamkhandi. And I will show here briefly, and I will take you to the, and also the Aurangzeb, his sojourn in Deccan, Maratha Deccan Wars, we will explore and see why Aurangzeb came here from Delhi. Yeah, here I am showing the Galgali town. This is the Almaty Dam, Chimalgi, Almaty Dam. This is the Narayanpur Dam. So this is the Ghataprabha River. This is the Malaprabha River. This is the Renkasagar Reservoir. And here the reservoir Hitkal Dam is not visible, but I will show in other place. So the same thing will be, I will be discussing about this important physiographic regions, the rivers, the dams. If you missed it there, you can stop here and see how they are spelled. So Aurangzeb is like essentially this is the part of Ghazwas. That means the Arabic term for war, riding the Ghazis in Deccan. He is a prominent Ghazi, Mujahideen. We can say modern jihadi, and converting the Darul Harb and Kafiri territory. Darul Mumin is their objective. He is a conquistador. So Aurangzeb, and Aurangzeb was born in 1618, lived 1707, nearly 90 years. Islamic calendar years based upon Hijri is 90 years actually. So he crowned himself overthrowing his father and brother 1658 to 1707, 49 years he reigned. That's a very big time, among which we can say 50 roundabout. 1681 he descended Burhanpur Pass on Tapti River and entered Deccan. From there, 81 to 1707, 25 years, he lived here and ruled. So, Maratha Deccan Wars, he waged Burhanpur Pass, Aurangabad, and he settled there. Then moved to Ahmednagar to fight against Marathas, couldn't succeed much initially against Shambhuji Raja. Then he targeted the Adil Shahi ruler. He camped near Rasulpur, that is the northern part of Bijapur, and conquered, annexed the territory. And 1687 or so. Next year, He resided a couple of months in the Gulbarga. There is a famous dargah there, Islamic dargah. And then he moved to Golconda, then sat in the Hyderabad town, Bagnagar, and annexed the Qutub Shahi kingdom, moved to Bijapura, and there is a plaque there, then went to Akluj. And according in the Akluj, Shambhaji was caught across the Sayadri mountains, brought here when he was in Akluj. This is in the Desh territory, Pune, Satara, Sangli, and all those areas. And then moved to Bahadurgarh. That is nothing but the Don. There is a railway station there. And then Koregaon. Koregaon, Shivaji's son Shambhuji was tortured and executed there. That is maybe 20 kilometers northeast of Pune. And finally, he moved along Krishna River, settled in Galgala for 1690 to 16. It should be 1695. There is a mistake here. Let me correct it so that 1695. Yeah, served as a Aurangzeb residence as Mughal headquarters. That's a very, very important. And we need to know Aurangzeb is a very important person in Indian history. The current events, Radcliffe line or Bhagirathi line, and current secularism and Machiavelli intellectualism, annihilation of Hindu Sanatani population and their lands, territories, and decimation of their intelligentsia, rise of apologetics and quota-based constitution by the alienated politicians, constant social rife in the post-Radcliffe time, demographic changes and demographic aggression, all can be discerned from this person's history and how he played a very prominent role. That's the part we'll be discussing today. And I will take you to the geographic. And remember, this is the Narayanpur reservoir. This is the Almaty reservoir. This is the Krishna river, Krishna Mata river. This is the Ghataprabha river. That's the tributary of Krishna. And this is the Malaprabha river, tributary of Krishna. Where the Ghataprabha joins, you can say Almaty Dam. Where Malaprabha joins, Narayanpur Dam. The important part is, here you see the outskirts of today's Almaty Dam, Chimalgi Dam, there is a Galgala village, Galgali village. So this is the Bagalkote mountains. This is the Jamkhandi mountains. This is the Chikodi mountains. South of Ghataprabha, you have the Belgavi plateau. And sometimes it's called northern part of Malnadu also, Belgavi plateau. I put the dot Belgaum, Belgavi, and Gokak hilly region. South of Malaprabha, this is the Badami hilly region. This is the Shambhu Mahadev hilly region, the called Mahadev Hills. Don River comes here. Talikota resides here. Where famous battle, actually battle was fought in this region, Rakaski Tangadi. So this is the broad things you have to keep in mind. We will be looking at this further in a different perspective where you won't get you will get a broader idea. So India under Islamic imperialism, his Alampana means ruler, Deccan is Shubhas, Bijapura and Hyderabad and bearer, and this is the Aurangabad. This central green is the Bidar. This is the Maratha territory after some time, and we'll see so this is the Narayanpur reservoir here. That means where the Malaprabha river joins. This is the Ghataprabha river joins. This is the Narayanpur reservoir. Sorry, this is the Almaty reservoir. Almaty should have been there, and maybe they have not mentioned Galgala, Almaty. Yeah, you can see Almaty Dam here. You can see Almaty Dam. So at the farmost end of Almaty Dam, you can see the Galgali town. How Aurangzeb came here, I will show you. So this is the Ghataprabha river, the Hindkal Dam, Lakshman Gowda Dam. This is the Renuka Sagar reservoir. That means this is the Malaprabha river. So this is the railway track, goes along near Almaty, goes to Bijapura. It comes from the Gadak, that area. Let's see how Aurangzeb landed here. Remember, after Rajputana wars, after the death of Jaswant Singh Rathod, Aurangzeb made the treaty with them because his son rebelled against him. When he rebelled against him, he went to south and he declared emperor and rebelled. That's not a small thing. Aurangzeb also rebelled against his father and brother, and you know what meant by rebellion. So he patched up with the Rajputs and moved south. So I will show you Burhanpur. Crossing the Burhanpur means the Deccan. First he went to Burhanpur. From Mughal headquarters of the south is Aurangzeb. That is the Devagar region, historic Yadava's capital. He stayed here, tried to conquer, and even few months before he moved, maybe 1.5 years back, and Shivaji died 1618 April or so, I think, and Shambhuji became the ruler. He tried to conquer there. He was not successful. Stayed a couple of years, months, 3 4 years. I will talk about later. Aurangabad, because he wanted to show certain success. Adil Shahi rulers, that are the headquarters at Bijapur here, Adil Shahi rulers. So he targeted the Adil Shahi rulers, easy to conquer. He was in Aurangabad. Then he camped in Ahmednagar, sent his sons and to seize that and annex the territory. They were not successful. Finally moved to Solapur. At the final stage, Emperor himself sat outside the Bijapura. That is called suburb at that time Rasulpur, and he annexed the kingdom. That happened 1687. Remember 1681, say 16 here, 18 here, you remember he descended Burhanpur Pass, now conquered that. After a few months there he spent some time. There is a famous dargah there, Kulbaragi and Gulbarga. Yeah, Kulbaragi, Gulbarga. They spent. Then he sent his son again, the army, to conquer Qutb Shahi kingdom. And finally he moved from Gulbarga, sat in front of Hyderabad. And from Golconda, the ruler was in Hyderabad, moved to Golconda, but emperor sat there, finally annexed the kingdom. That happened in 1688. And the only popular resistance remained across the Sahyadri in Konkan, Malwan region, Shambhuji Maharaja Chhatrapati. Then he spent certain time in Bijapura, and there was outbreak of plague there, and then from Bijapura the emperor moved. Still the war is going on in Deccan to conquer, annex their capital Raigad. So we see somewhere Bijapura here, Talikota, Bijapura. Yeah, emperor was in Bijapura there, and because of the outbreak he went to Akluj. There should be, maybe I should have Sangli. Akluj will be somewhere here. Satara. I should have put it there. Sometimes it takes time to figure it out. Akluj. He went to Akluj. I will show you. From Akluj, when at Sangameswar, meantime, Shambhuji was caught. He was brought to Akluj, where the emperor was residing. He moved from Bijapur to Akluj. Akluj should be in this area. Akluj, they brought Shambhuji here, and he took the Shambhuji along with him, and finally he moved to Dond, that is the Bahadurgarh. He named it Bahadurgarh. Dond is also a prominent railway station here, somewhere near Pune, and Dond. The emperor Dond took at him Dond, and finally, and he moved to Koregaon. This is the Koregaon Bhima. Here Shambhuji couldn't submit, tortured, and Shambhuji was executed there. So now emperor is in northwest of Pune, a place called Koregaon, that is on the Bhima river. And when Bhima river, in order to conquer that, emperor moved slowly along the Krishna river, the Sahyadri region. Satara itself is in the Krishna river, and he went to Karad and all these areas, Kolhapur, and finally he moved and lived in Galgal. Finally, he went to Galgali. Galgali means here, that one. That's where this happened. 1689, March or so, Shambhuji was executed, and finally by 90 or so, he came to Galgali, resided there, and meanwhile his successor Rajaram Chhatrapati moved to Gingi. that is in the South Arcot district near Velluru and Puducherry, and he resided here, directed the armies till armies in this area. That is the area. Let me show you Akluj. There will be many Akluj. Yesterday, Akluj. Akluj near Pandharpur, maybe this is the one. No, Akluj. Not this. Yeah, this is the Akluj. From Bijapur, he went to Akluj, and Akluj he went to, this is the Akluj. He went to Bijapur, Akluj. The Bijapur is somewhere here. So Sholapur, Bijapur is here. Bijapur, and he went to Akluj. Along the Bhima river, Akluj, then went to Bahadurgarh. That is the Dond. Dond is nothing but Bahadurgarh. He named it Bahadurgarh on the Bhima river. And Akluj on, this is Akluj south of Indapur. This is on the Nira river, Baramati area and those areas. And from Dond, Emperor still carried Shambhuji with him and went to Pune near Koregaon. Shambhuji was executed. So what is the track Emperor took? This is the track he took. This is the route he took, Emperor. So this is the Aurangzeb, Maratha Deccan Wars, Burhanpur 1681, Burhanpur 1681. Then he resided a couple of months in Aurangabad, moved to Ahmednagar or simply Nagar on the Balaghat plateau near the Sina river, and finally in order to conquer Bijapura, he moved to outskirts of Bijapur, Rasulpur. After conquering that, annexing, he stayed a couple of days in the Gulbarga Dargah. Then to conquer Qutub Shahis of Golconda, he camped near Aurangzeb, Hyderabad, Bagnagar. Then resided in Bijapura. A plague broke. Then he moved along the Bhima river, went to Akluj on the Nira river, Indapuri area. Finally, on the Bhima river, Dond, now is a railway station, Bahadurgarh. Further moved on the Bhima river to Koregaon, 20 kilometers north of Pune. And finally, from Koregaon, north of Pune, he finally moved to Galgala. So, 1690 to 1695, he resided in the Galgala area. And so that's we can see Galgala. So this is the Narayanpur reservoir, this is the dam, this is the Edahalli Wildlife Sanctuary. I think I pronounce it separate. It's the Galgali town anyway. And this is the Galgala, this is the Bilgi. This is the Bagalkote mountains, and this is the Jamkhandi mountains, this is the Chikodi mountains, this is the Hidkal reservoir, Renuka Sagar reservoir and Malaprabha river, the Belagavi town, and Gokak and all those areas, and Badami hills will be somewhere in the south. This won't give that much information. So we'll see the Galgala. Galgali town, here's the Galgali. So how I got in here? Galgali village, that is in the Bilgi town, in the close to Bilgi block or Mandal Taluk and Bagalkote district of Karnataka province state village info. You can get you can see the Krishna river there. It's the Galagali. So Krishna river, then you have a Yadahalli wildlife sanctuary. That is the Bilgi mountains essentially. Yadahalli town here. Yeah. You can see the Bilgi mountains here. Bilgi mountains here and Jamkhandi mountains here. You can see Jamkhandi mountains there. So this is because this is the Almaty Dam, and we can say this is the Ghataprabha river. Remember, Ghataprabha is close to Gujarat, Gujarat, whereas the Malaprabha goes to Malnadu or Mysore Wadayar territory. So you can remember, sometimes I used to get confused. That's how I remember now easily. So that's you may not get much out of here. Yeah, we got the Galgali there, and this is the Galgali town. They didn't give much. They should have mentioned here that it is such an important town, was an headquarter of Mughal emperor that plays a very important role in the Indian history, Radcliffe Line and all those things. Krishna river and Galgali multimedia districts of Karnataka, Bilagi, maybe I mispronounced, is Bilgi, Bilagi, and Bagalkote region. And this is the Galgali village map here. There is not much about here. Galagali, just they are showing some local Galagali. Just I am showing so that you can remember the spelling very easily. So I took much of the information here from a short history of Aurangzeb by the famous historian Jadunath Sarkar. So there, Aurangzeb in the Jadunath Sarkar, it's the Jadunath Sarkar here. And Shivaji and his times I took from that. And history of Aurangzeb is considered to be authentic scholar, and he wrote the series of historical books there. Yeah, that's the one. So that's about the fascinating. Uh, if you want to look at further, I have mentioned certain Battle of Dharmat in this battles series, and you can look at them also. And Mughal provinces, we looked it already before. And that is about how Aurangzeb ended up here is the story today, from Burhanpur to here Aurangabad, here to Ahmednagar, Bhima river. This is the Krishna river. So south of this, between these rivers, there is a Bijapura, and finally from Bijapura to Golconda, Golconda to Gulbarga, then Bijapur, Bijapur to Akluz, Akluz to Bahabudnagar, then north of Pune, Koregaon, finally moved along, resided in the Krishna river near Galgali here. This is the Galgala here. So thank you very much, Mitranam, joining me today. We'll continue this series and hope this will be productive to spend the time and hear this story. And if you have any suggestions or any comments to make, I'll really appreciate you put the time and post some information or your feedback. And if you can promote this channel and bring it to the notice of your friends by subscribing, that will be a great help to bring this knowledge to similar audience like you. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy, Jogari Tirupati Reddy, South Asia Maps. We discuss about Galgali village in the Bagalkote district, Bijapur district, historic old district of Karnataka, where Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb on the Krishna river bank spent 4.5 to 5 years and ruled from that place with his royal court, camp, and family. Thank you very much. See you later.